The Reckoning of Time, Cedric's Legacy by Porscha A. Aubrey. Once upon a time, in the land of Eldoria, magic and chivalry coexisted in an uneasy balance. Ancient forests, teemed with mystical creatures and grand castles, stood as bastions of human resolve. In one such castle, Sir Cedric, a knight of unparalleled honor and courage, found himself on a quest that would forever change the course of history. The kingdom had been plagued by a mysterious force, a time-traveling shapeshifter known as Morwenna. Morwenna's ability to manipulate time and assume any form made her a formidable foe. She wreaked havoc by altering significant events, creating chaos that threatened to unravel the very fabric of Eldoria. King Aldric, desperate to save his realm, called upon the bravest of his knights, Sir Cedric, known for his unyielding spirit and unmatched skill in combat, was chosen to lead the charge. Yet, the king knew that brute strength alone would not be enough to defeat Morwenna. He needed someone with knowledge of time magic, someone who could counter the shifter's abilities. And so, the king sought out Morgana, a reclusive witch who lived deep within the Whispering Woods. Morgana was wise beyond her years, her mastery of the arcane arts unparalleled. Though feared by many, she was the kingdom's last hope. Reluctantly, she agreed to join forces with Sir Cedric. The first meeting was tense. Sir Cedric, clad in gleaming armor, stood tall and resolute. Morgana, draped in dark robes, her eyes shimmering with otherworldly knowledge, regarded him with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. "I do not need your sword," Morgana said, her voice as cold as the night air. "And I do not trust your magic," Sir Cedric replied, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword. Despite their differences, they understood the gravity of their mission. They set off together, an unlikely duo bound by fate. Their journey was fraught with peril. Morwenna's influence was everywhere. Towns disappeared, forests withered, and rivers flowed backward. Each encounter with the shapeshifter left them more determined, but also more aware of the enormity of their task. One evening, as they made camp by the ruins of an ancient temple, Morgana began to teach Sir Cedric the basics of time magic. He was a quick learner, his disciplined mind able to grasp the intricate patterns of the arcane arts. "Time is like a river," Morgana explained, drawing symbols in the air. "It flows in one direction, but with the right spell we can create eddies, currents that allow us to move forward or backward." Sir Cedric nodded, his eyes fixed on the glowing symbols. And Morwenna? How does she manipulate time?" "She has a relic," Morgana said, "an artifact of immense power. If we can find it, we can stop her." Their bond grew stronger as they faced numerous trials together. Morgana's magic saved Sir Cedric from countless dangers, and his sword defended her from threats both physical and magical. They learned to trust one another, their initial animosity giving way to mutual respect. One night, as they sat by the fire, Sir Cedric looked at Morgana and said, "Tell me about your past. Why do you live alone in the woods?" Morgana sighed, the firelight casting shadows on her face. "I was once part of a coven. We sought knowledge, but our ambitions led us astray. We tampered with forbidden magic, and the consequences were dire. I chose to live in isolation to atone for my sins." Sir Cedric listened, his heart heavy with sympathy. "We all have our burdens," he said softly, "but together we can find redemption." Their quest led them to the heart of Eldoria, where Morwenna's lair was hidden within the twisted corridors of time. The final confrontation was inevitable. They approached the lair cautiously, their senses heightened. The air crackled with temporal energy, distorting their perceptions. Morwana awaited them, her form shifting constantly, a young maiden, an old crone, a fierce warrior. "Fools," she hissed, her voice echoing through the ages. "You think you can defeat me? I am time itself." Morgana stepped forward, her hands glowing with arcane power. "Your reign of chaos ends now, Morwana." The battle was fierce and unforgiving. Morwana's ability to manipulate time made her an elusive target. She dodged Sir Cedric's strikes with ease, countering with blasts of temporal energy. Morgana fought valiantly, her spells weaving through the air like tendrils of light. But Morwana was relentless. She struck Morgana down with a powerful spell, leaving Sir Cedric to face her alone. The knight, fueled by determination and the weight of his duty, fought with every ounce of his strength. As Morwana prepared to deliver the final blow, Sir Cedric saw an opening. He lunged forward, his sword piercing the relic at the heart of Morwana's power. A blinding light erupted, and time itself seemed to shatter. The explosion threw Sir Cedric to the ground. As the dust settled, Morwana lay defeated, her body dissolving into the ether. The relic, the source of her power, was shattered beyond repair. Morgana, weakened but alive, crawled to Sir Cedric's side. She cradled his head in her lap, tears streaming down her face. "You did it," she whispered. "You saved us all." Sir Cedric smiled weakly, his life slipping away. "It was a joint effort," he said. "Promise me you'll protect the kingdom." "I promise," Morgana said, her voice breaking. With his final breath, Sir Cedric closed his eyes, a hero to the end. Morgana wept, mourning the loss of a friend and ally. In the days that followed, Morgana returned to the kingdom, bearing the news of Sir Cedric's sacrifice. The people of Eldoria mourned their fallen knight, but they also celebrated his bravery. A monument was erected in his honor, a reminder of the knight who gave his life to save them all. Morgana continued to serve the kingdom, using her magic to safeguard against future threats. She never forgot the lessons she learned from Sir Cedric, and his legacy lived on in the hearts of all who knew his story. And so, in the land of Eldoria, where magic and chivalry walked hand in hand, the tale of the witch and the knight became legend, a testament to the power of courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the face of adversity. The end.